The silent explosion, how the Iran war is turning into a crisis that hits the world from within. A ceasefire was announced, but calm never arrived. U.S. statements speak of a halt in fighting, but reality at sea tells a completely different story. Direct fire on vessels, tankers seized in the strait, drones flying over maritime routes, escalation unfolding at the exact moment de-escalation is declared. The scene appears contradictory, but in reality, it reflects a deeper crisis. The crisis is no longer purely military. It has become a crisis of trust. The world was expecting calm. What followed instead was renewed tension, rising anxiety, a surge in military alert levels. The question is no longer, has the war ended? It has become, has a more dangerous phase begun? The Strait of Hormuz has become the center of the world, not only politically, but economically. A significant portion of global oil flows through it. Any disruption shakes markets instantly. Every vessel that passes carries tension with it. Every delay means loss. Every incident means crisis. Military reports point to a dangerous reality. Naval mines are present, deployed in sensitive zones. Their removal is not simple. It requires complex operations. It may take considerable time, possibly months. This means the crisis will not end quickly. Transit will not return to normal. The risk will remain. The anxiety will persist. The immediate consequences are clear: rising energy prices, market instability, increased transportation costs. But the impact does not stop there. There is a secondary effect: shortages of essential goods, disruptions in supply chains, delays in production, rising prices. Shipping companies have begun altering routes. Some have halted operations in the region entirely. Insurance firms have sharply increased premiums. All of this ultimately impacts the consumer. Poor nations are affected first. Energy importing countries suffer. Emerging economies face compounded pressure. The problem is shifting from a regional crisis to a global one. One of the most dangerous consequences is a food crisis. Fertilizer shortages, declining agricultural output, rising food prices. These are not projections, they are real warnings. Reports indicate that agricultural supply chains are already being affected. Global markets are beginning to show gradual shortages. Analysts warn of the possibility of widespread scarcity in many regions of the world, particularly in poorer nations. This means one thing: the risk of famine. The world is no longer facing just a war, it is facing a survival crisis. Some analysts have described what is happening in stark terms, calling it self-destruction, not the result of military defeat, but the result of political decisions. Power does not collapse overnight, it erodes gradually. When crises accumulate, when poor decisions apply pressure, when trust deteriorates, and this is what is happening now. Meanwhile, Iran is not acting hastily, it is relying on time, on endurance. Years of sanctions have made it more resilient. It does not require a quick victory, it requires persistence. And in this kind of conflict, patience becomes a weapon. Analysis highlights a key point: the United States is facing internal pressure, economic, political, electoral, while Iran is less affected by these factors, and this shifts the balance of power. Inside the United States, the crisis is becoming visible. Fuel prices are rising, goods are becoming more expensive, the cost of living is increasing, pressure on citizens is growing, voters are feeling the impact directly. The war is no longer distant, it has become part of daily life, and this creates political tension. At the same time, controversial economic decisions are emerging. The government intervenes to rescue a struggling airline. Massive funds are injected, public money, used to save a private company. Criticism follows immediately. Is this support for the economy or favoritism towards insiders? Some argue the state is protecting corporations, not citizens. At the same time, wealth figures emerge. A significant increase in presidential wealth. This timing raises suspicion and fuels public anger. Within the military establishment, the situation is unstable. Sudden dismissals, leadership changes, rapid decisions, all taking place during wartime. This is a dangerous signal. Wars require stability, clarity, consistent leadership. But what is happening now suggests the opposite. Analysts believe this weakens performance and creates internal confusion. Amid this scene, a clear division emerges. Within the ruling party itself, a prominent political figure breaks silence, criticizes the war, votes against its continuation, aligns with the opposition. This is not a routine move. It is a sign of internal shift. The message is clear. The concern is not only external, it is internal as well. The opposing politician raises a critical point, saying the real threat is not external, but internal. Debt, military spending, economic pressure. These are the true dangers, and this analysis is gaining traction. The problem is not limited to decisions, it extends to language. Political rhetoric has become sharper, more aggressive, more escalatory. Statements attacking opponents, reducing the chances of de-escalation. This type of language increases tension and does not contribute to solutions because it closes the door to negotiation and opens the door to confrontation. Internally, another crisis is unfolding: electoral redistricting. Accusations of manipulation, warnings of potential unrest. When citizens feel their vote has no value, anger begins, and that anger can become a real internal threat. When all these elements are combined, a clear picture emerges: war abroad, economic crisis, political division, military instability, loss of trust, all happening simultaneously. And that is what makes this moment dangerous. It is not a single crisis, but a convergence of crises. Scenarios remain open: temporary de-escalation, or broader escalation, or prolonged instability. But what is certain is that the current situation is unstable and cannot persist indefinitely. There is another factor adding complexity. Markets no longer fully trust political statements. Every statement,
is met with doubt. Every announcement of calm is met with fear of escalation, and this creates uncertainty. And uncertainty is the most dangerous condition for any economy. Major powers are watching. China monitors energy developments. Europe fears supply shortages. Developing nations prepare for the worst. Each actor is trying to protect itself, but no one can fully escape. The war is no longer a conflict between two states. It has become a test of the global system, a test of the resilience of the global economy, and a test of the ability of politics to maintain control. What is happening now is a turning point, a moment of testing for a state's ability to balance between power and reason, between decision and consequence. The ceasefire may be an opportunity, or merely a pause, before a more dangerous phase. The world is watching, but the decision lies with leaders.